All right. Hello, my friends, and welcome to my Friday live stream. Sorry for the delay. I was actually finishing some things before I started. Let me make sure that everything is actually working as it should be. It's been a while since I've actually appeared on YouTube. And all right, it's working, but it's a little bit delayed. Or I can hear myself perfectly, but it's a little bit delayed. I don't know why, but yeah, I just heard myself on my phone and it's a little bit delayed. Hopefully that's not an issue. Hello Mr. Miguel, hello Mr. Mitata, Mr. Thomas, Mr. Stuntman, Motorinka, Mr. Acid Green, and Mr. Flirtix. Thank you so much guys for joining. It's really awesome to see you guys here again. Let me make sure let me tell everyone on Discord that I'm actually live, because some people always tell me like I didn't know that you were going live and please let me know. So I always send, let's see, everyone and send. Here we go. Now this thing should be on Discord. Here we go. Let's make sure it's actually working. All right, it's working. Thank you so much guys for your patience. Well, yes, I'm back on YouTube. A lot of people actually asked me why am I on YouTube, not Twitch. Well, because for a lot of reasons. First reason is on Twitch, it was getting very dim. Not many followers are over there. I mean, of course, I will continue doing live streams over there, but not the Friday live stream. Of course, I'm gonna be, doing like community live streams, like playing with you guys some online games and all of that. But of course, the Friday live stream, I think it will be much better here than, of course, on Twitch. Until, of course, we all of you guys move onto Twitch, then we can continue the lives over there. So, Mr. Innocent Joker, Mr. Kimmy Boy, Mr. Lewis. Hello, thank you guys for joining. I really appreciate this, to seeing all of you guys here. It's really awesome. And now, of course, yes, hello, Mr. Atlas. Thank you for joining, also, my friend. So what we do have here tonight are 10 awesome cars. I've downloaded 10 of your awesome cars from Discord, and let's see what you guys created for me, because I'm really excited. Now, of course, I'm running the latest updated open beta automation version. This is the latest version. As you can see, it just got updated like 15 minutes ago. So I'm really excited to see what did they do with it, like what kind of bugs they actually fixed or ruined. So let's see. Let's open the sandbox mode and let your 10 awesome cars load into the game. I prepared my cup of tea and I'm ready. Last night I had a terrible stomach ache. I had to go to the doctor, but today I'm feeling a little bit better, and thanks to the diet and the pills that the doctor described, I'm actually feeling much better. So let me open that, because, well, for a reason I really cannot. Let me make sure actually I can see your chats, because this program that I'm using here, it's not really like perfect when it comes to chats. But let me make sure it's actually working. Here we go. It says here hotkeys. Where is the toggle chat? Here we go. Toggle chat. I found the key. Perfect. All right, here we go. Control 0. And yes, now I can read your awesome messages. Awesome. All right, gentlemen, let's read some of your awesome comments. Hello, Mr. Pitata. Thank you so much, my friend, for joining. Mr. ADAXX, it's really awesome to see you. Mr. Thomas, let's see, Mr. Lewis as well. Yes, control is it in. Gentlemen, let's see. We have all these awesome 10 cars that you are seeing in front of you. We have the first one. It's called the Classica 2012. We have the CTR GT3. Wow, Dodge Dart 1979. That's beautiful. Dawn from 1967. The Keiko 1990s. You have the Kimchi Wedge 1980s. The Palomino 2020. PFS MS 73 GT in 1973. We have the Pythagoras 2020 model and Unicorno 1955. Awesome cars, really awesome, and familiar names actually. I know I always see most of these names like on every live stream, which makes me really proud. Like, you guys are really like proud members of the live stream. You always submit awesome cars, and All of these will be no exception, of course. So let's open the first one. It's called the Classica Espresso. Oh, I think I know which model car. If I'm not, if I don't know if I'm correct or not because I haven't seen them yet. Maybe this is like the cappuccino, coupe or convertible body. Let's see. Let's see. Hello, Mr. Neris. Thank you so much, my friend, for joining. It's really awesome to see you guys here. Really, really awesome. Thanks for everyone that is joining. Let's see. Back to the game. Here we go. It's still loading. Oh my goodness. Oh, the first start is an actual crazy start. 2,421 horsepower. Oh my god, a 12.2 liter V12 double overhead camshaft, twin turbocharged, 7-speed sequential all-wheel drive. Oh boy, this thing is gonna be an absolute beast, really, a real beast. So wow, okay, let's check out how this thing looks. Oh hello. Oh hello indeed. Whoa, now that's what I call a showman car, a real show car, a car that looks like, wow, oh my goodness, a car that looks like that with this much horsepower. This thing is just, this thing is gonna fly. I really cannot wait to see what kind of top speed we can get with this thing, what kind of crazy acceleration we will get with it. It's gonna be absolutely crazy in every single way. Amazing. Wow. So as you can see, it looks like a shark from the back slash, I don't know, craziness. Look at those crazy badging at the back. The tail lights, those crazy exhausts, the lines on the side. I mean, this guy actually, I mean, spent some nice amount of time on the car. This thing, wasn't done like in 3 minutes. I mean, the wipers obviously are not really correct because they are too big for the windshield, but the car actually looks very, very awesome. So let's check out the here we go, because this is the new automation game. As you can see, we have 3 buttons for the engine project, unlike before there used to be 2 buttons. And I can hear my nephew scratching the door because I I closed the door in my little office in my apartment, and my nephew and my families are outside because as I mentioned, I had this terrible stomach ache and they are actually here to help me tonight. So yeah, as you can see, we have 3 buttons, and basically this one will tell you like the story behind the engine, the name of it, the power and all of that. And this one is the usual button, which is the family. Now if you do follow me on Discord, you may know already that I'm having an issue with the lines in the game. As you can see, with the dyno lines for any engine that I create or any engine that I get from you, which these shaky lines, as you can see. So yeah, as you can see, you have some shaky lines on every single engine that I have. Old engine, new engine, cars from you guys, I will always get this shaky thing. I don't know if this is like a bug in the new version, but yeah, it's there. So a V12 engine. Oh, here we go. Hello, Mr. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I think it's written in Russian, but I think I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it like RAP? I don't know how to pronounce it. I would love to know that in English. Yeah. Yes, it does look like a little bit like a Hudson, maybe a Hornet. Crazy looks. It looks actually beautiful. So let's see. So massive V12 double overhead 4 valves VVL. Wow, VVL. So the engine is what, saving fuel? Why is the VVL? We have, oh my god, plus 12 quality Mac. As you can see, the craziest part package. Okay, so the VVL actually is functional. The cam profile kicks on 60, VVL is on 89. That's actually not bad. Compression ratio at 10.1 to 1. But as you can see, the creator is not really using all of the octane, which is really unfortunate. Plus 10 quality. We have twin turbocharged, of course. It's a V12. Massive turbos, as you can see, maxed out boost. And let's see, direct fuel injection. As you can see, the creator is using 100 octane fuel, but not really using it entirely. There is like 0.6 points left, 0.6 octane points left. But yeah, that's actually not bad, not bad at all. Mr. Innocent Joker, VVL is not it's not for the power. No, that's not correct, Mr. VVL. No offense, but that's not correct. VVL, it will give the engine a split personality. It will make your engine performs like a smooth, comfortable, efficient engine at the low RPM, and then engage a sporty version, a sporty cam profile on high RPM. So instead of making a racing engine, for example, with a very tough and rough cam profile that shakes and rubbles on low RPM and gives you all the power at the top end, with VVL you can get the smoothness of a regular camshaft engine, and when you want to use the power, it will engage the cam profile, the other one, or the VVL profile, and you will have the racing camshaft. Basically, that's how VVL works. In a nutshell, it's like VTEC actually. It's the same idea. VTEC Honda engines performs the same way. When you drive along smoothly, slowly, they will be a very nice, smooth, efficient engines. But of course, when you put your foot down, the VTEC will engage, and you will get the sporty performance cam profile, basically. Which if you actually take off the cover of the engine on any Honda 4-cylinder with a VTEC, you can, if you take the valve cover, you can actually see the extra lobe on the camshaft, which actually, I don't know how it engaged, like, using oil pressure or some sort of sensors. So this extra lobe will actually engage and make the valves open more when VTEC kicks in, So that's how VVL basically works. And as you can see, the engine is a beast, basically. Look at the smoothness, 92. So it's a Rolls-Royce 12-liter V12 with 2,400 horsepower. That's actually quite a great achievement. That's a great achievement, actually. But as of course, being its quality scammed or spammed, as you can see, that's why it's the engineering time is a little bit too much. But it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Let's see what we have next is, of course, all-wheel drive with this much horsepower. Of course, you need all-wheel drive. If you go with rear-wheel drive, the car will be absolutely undrivable. But all-wheel drive, perfect sequential, which is basically a racing gearbox, 7-speed, 2.2 seconds from 0 to 100. That's actually pretty awesome. Oh, check out the spacing all the way down. Look at that. Whoa, first gear goes up to 182 kilometers per hour. Second gear 244, third gear 294, and so on. Wow. Unfortunately. So yeah, it's a crazy car, and as I can see already, check it out. The creator actually went with more on the rear-wheel drive than front-wheel drive. So it's not really all-wheel drive. It's like, look at the 80% of the power goes to the rear, 19 to the front. So yes, it's a bit crazy and oversteer. That explains why the wheel spin is that much, 8.3%, and that explains why the creator went with 0 spacing. I mean, that's not really adequate, to be honest with you. When I have this much horsepower, in any car, I prefer to have like 60-40 or 50-50 power distribution, not 81-19. That's like rear-wheel drive car, which I really hope it's actually controllable. Now, as you can see, check it out. Now, in the new version in Automation Game, I really loved the new understeer oversteer graph, because look at that. The oversteer, it will show you with, look at that. There's like a red area, a massive red area, which, represents basically death, blood, death, all of that. And the understeer, which is, in blue, which means safe or cold or, safe, basically. So it's your job, basically, when you create any car, to maintain the line in the middle between oversteer and understeer, except unless, of course, you are creating something basic, like a basic city hatchback, where you can actually put it a little bit to the understeer side. But never make the yellow line jump upwards, because if you do that, the car will be absolutely dangerous to drive. So yeah, this is actually a new thing that I like in the new version, making the game a lot easier. Also, the brake versus grip, they made those new lines, and it's more active right now. So I really like that as well. As you can see, the brakes are actually pretty decent, very nice. Let's see, downforce. That's actually Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Two seats, sport, no entertainment. Of course, you don't need a radio or any kind of entertainment system. And I mean, you have 2,400 horsepower. Why do you want an entertainment system? Just put your foot down, and that's the whole entertainment you want. Electric power steering, ABS. Car actually is not bad. Technically, it's really not bad. Yeah. Let's see how much this thing cost. $698,000. It can do 4.9 mpg. Not comfortable at all. Very sporty, somewhat drivable, very prestigious, and very safe. Wow, that's actually pretty decent and surprisingly reliable. That's awesome. Let's say 0 to 100 in 2.2 seconds. 419 kilometers per hour is the official top speed. Nice amount of downforce, and power to weight ratio is actually pretty strong. And oh my god, why? Look at that. Now this is gonna be really, really, really. I've tried this before. I've driven cars with this thing before, and I really didn't have a pleasant time with those cars. Too much rear downforce and negative downforce up front. So basically, the car will lift off up front, and which will be absolutely unsteerable, because especially on high speeds, because you have so much downforce pushing the rear tires down and nothing to push the front tires down. The front tires actually are being pushed up, so basically the car will tip on its face, which is okay. All right, let's not judge the car quickly here. Let's export it. But I do have some sort of experience when it comes to, I've driven cars with this problem before. But let's see. Let's see what we can do with it. I'll have to say the looks actually is somewhat crazy, and I love crazy cars. Especially lately we've been designing like regular cars or racing cars, but crazy cars like that, or like custom looking racing cars like that, no, I haven't seen one in a long time, and I'm really happy to see one. It looks absolutely beautiful. Hello, Mr. Builder Wheelie. Hello, my friend. Thank you for joining, my friend. Could be actually a wheelie machine. Could be actually a wheelie machine. Yes, it could be actually a wheelie machine. If a drag racing beast actually. Yeah, like the Mercedes CLK GTR on the Le Mans, which lifted up from the front, resulted in a massive crash. I love the CLK GTR. That's basically my dream car, the racing version and the road version. Yeah, and I've read and I've seen many funny memes in the internet, like the purpose of putting advertisement on the rear wing of racing cars, because when the CLK GTR flipped in the air, everyone saw the advertisement on the rear wing. Yeah. Wow, what a car. As you can see, there's a ton of fixtures on it. As you can see, it takes a while to initialize the fixtures, and now of course it's exporting. So how is your Friday going, my friend? What are your plans for today? Like, is it morning time, evening time? Is it like a school day or work day or a weekend? Because it's weekend around here. All right, it finished exporting. Let's select something else. Here we go. Car actually is pretty. The file itself is pretty heavy for. As you can see, the game is actually, I'm not gonna say suffering, but it takes its time to load everything. Yeah, the Celine S7 was pretty an awesome American supercar. Basically, that engine, that 7-liter engine in it, was pretty awesome. And then when they introduced the twin turbo version, it was easily 1,000 horsepower supercar, easily. In all of the games that I had, the Celine twin S7 twin turbo, like a little tune, and it will get to 1,000 horsepower like in no time, pretty easy, because it's a massive 7-liter engine, twin turbocharged, and it's ready for the 1,000 horsepower. So it was pretty awesome. Let's see. Let's see. All right, so the next one's called the CTR GT3 Edition Track Day 2018 model. It says here the engine is a BMW S63 B44 TO4. Okay. All right, let's see. I used to remember. I used to have it. The Celine S7 twin turbo. I used to drive it. You know, in the olden days, on the Test Drive Unlimited, which was a very awesome game on PC and on Xbox, I think, and I don't know, PlayStation 2. I don't know. I played it actually on PC, and then I drove it in the Test Drive Unlimited 2, which was also pretty neat. And I don't know, many awesome games, but I do remember it from Test Drive Unlimited. Yeah. So this awesome beast here, it says here according to the creator, it has a BMW S63 engine in it, so that's going to be interesting. So what we have here is a 560 horsepower, 4.4 liter V8, 8.5 to 1 compression ratio, rear-wheel drive, 7-speed dual clutch, push rods up front, double wishbone in the back. It's a pretty unique setup, so let's check it out. All right. Why the license plate is like that? Is it still initializing, or is it like that? Is the finishing product like that? Anyway, let's. I think it's still loading. I think. I don't know if it's still loading or not, but some fixtures are not really in their correct place. Yeah, as you can see. Let's say Mr. Tashuna says, please make Ford Transit 1997 with a double overhead cam engine. Well, yeah, why not? I think we do have the Transit body in Automation Game. Why not? I will make it as a replica actually very soon and make a video about it. Yeah, why not? So obviously this car actually looks pretty neat, but there are some mistakes with it. So, or you know, some maybe bugs with it. So obviously this license plate up front does not want to go. Here we go. It's in its place. Here we go. Let's see what else is broken with this thing. The badge up front. Yep. Here we go. The badge is in. What else? What else is broken? The exhaust, I think. There's like a diffuser back here, which is not really visible, but let's try and make it work. I don't know if it's like that. I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, how about the exhausts? Okay, the exhausts are in now. This thing is in. Let's see what else is broken with this thing. What do you think? Is it? Make sure you make the super van. Yeah, I've made many super vans in the past. Many super vans in the past, and of course I'll make a crazy version of the Transit. Why not? You know, maybe put like a Ford Barra engine inside it, or maybe a Ford Coyote V8. You know, to make it like the perfect Ford package. Yeah. All right, so let's see what we have here. So according to the creator, we are running a BMW engine, and well, it's super laggy as you can see. Turbo kicks in at 4,700 RPM. Wow, that's actually pretty laggy. So it's a 4.4 liter V8. Aluminium, the block and the cylinder heads. Let's see, cast iron flat plane. So it's a flat plane engine, cast connecting rods, and hyper cast pistons. I think for emissions, for lower emissions. Okay, so 8.5 to 1, 47 and the cam profile, and 2 massive turbos. Oh my god, what? Why is that? Whoa, why is that happening? There is something. Here we go. Why is it running journal bearings? I mean, look at the difference between journal bearings and ball bearings. That's a massive difference. Yeah, the game actually, look at that. So the game actually didn't recognize the twin turbo setup. These two buttons here were actually, you know, blanked. It's like if the engine was actually running naturally aspirated. So I had to push the twin turbocharged button to enable these two and select the ball bearing. Wow. Okay, so okay. The Triton V10 is, I'm not really impressed with it because I don't know, it's not really as crazy as the, for example, the, I don't know, the BMW V10 or of course the Dodge Viper massive V10. And I don't know, I've seen many pictures and many videos on YouTube, people talking about how the V10 is an absolute unreliable engine. So yeah. Mr. Max Power 778 says, how did you get the new automation interface? It's a new update. It's an open beta update. You go to the properties of your game on Steam, enable the what do you call it, the open beta version. It will automatically download, and it will be perfect. It will run, as you can see, out of the box. So as you can see, very, very retarded ignition timing, although it's running on 98 octane fuel. Why? I mean, why want to use super high octane fuel when the engine actually is not really requiring that? I don't know why, but I mean, we can run the engine perfectly on like 95 basically. You don't need 98. I mean, if this engine can be tuned a little bit, you can actually run it on 91, but okay. So dual exhaust. Alright, so 560 horsepower, 551 pound-feet of torque. Yep. Oh yes, oh my god, we've made actually a terrible mistake. We didn't test the massive 2400 horsepower engine. Yeah, I didn't test that. So let's test it after this one. But first, let's fire it up. And look at that. Now guys, if you haven't seen the new automation interface, check it out. With the new update, you will get better looking turbos. Look at the new piping in the game. Check out the hose clamps and the new piping, and of course the new airbox. As you can see, new pipelines here. The intake is a little bit different than before, and of course the turbos are very, very new graphics for the turbos. And look at that, it looks absolutely beautiful. Yes, I really want to go. I genuinely want to go to the how can I say it in English? You know, yes, I read that Mr. David Freiberger and a lot of YouTubers and car enthusiasts are actually arriving here to Riyadh because there is actually a huge car exhibit here, and I really wanted to go, but last night I was in such pain that I couldn't even get out of the house. So I'll try tomorrow. To go there. I've already booked a ticket, and if everything goes well, and if everything, like, there's no pain and everything runs smoothly, I will go over there and take videos, take some pictures, make a special video about it on YouTube so I can show you guys, and I'm really, really excited for that. So yeah. So look at that. The engine looks beautiful. Let's fire it up, enjoy it, check out the new turbo housing. Look at that, it's still stuck. So where's the turbos? Check out the new turbos, as you can see. I mean, they are not perfect, obviously. If you actually, if you look inside it, check out the fins inside. As you can see, the graphics are not really perfect yet, but the developers are trying their best. So let's fire it up. I mean, that actually sounds pretty unique. I mean, it sounds pretty refined on low RPM, you know, pretty smooth. But when this thing revs really high, it sounds like a beast. Actually, I mean, I love flat plane V8s because basically those are like Italian V8s, basically. But yeah, they sound very, very unique. Anyway, so this beautiful, awesome, unique looking car here is running with this 560 horsepower V8, rear-wheel drive, dual clutch, 3.2 seconds, 7 speed, as you can see, electronic limited slip diff, sport tires, really not bad. Cornering G's, the brakes are actually pretty decent. Downforce also pretty awesome. Oh, check it out, guys. Look at that. So Automation Game, it's still, because this is the beta version, as you can see. Check out, I mean, the seats are not really. Look at that. So basically, look at the seat row. It's in the middle of the car, and yeah, look at that. It's not really lining up correctly with the, yeah, with the square here. It's not really lining up correctly. So as you can see, it's still, the game is still full of bugs, the new version, but the developers are actually working on it. All right, the car actually is looking pretty sweet. Actually, it's not really terrible, but looking very sweet so far. And this thing cost $106,000. It can do 19 mpg. That's actually pretty awesome. It's sporty, a little bit comfortable. It's reliable. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Let's export it. So yeah, I read, someone actually wrote a comment that I should take a picture with David Freiberger. I mean, I would love to. That's like my dream thing to do. If I could do that, I mean, that would be like a milestone for me, taking a picture with him or a selfie with him, because I've watched the Roadkill show since the first ever episode with the Pontiac Catalina, whatever they call it, that white Landyak thing. I've watched it since the beginning, and I mean, since then, I've been a Roadkill show. I've subscribed to their, Motor Trend on Demand just to watch Roadkill because I really love that show. But if I can do that, and if I can actually take a selfie with him, that will be like the absolute dream, a milestone that I could, or like a special thing that I can check on my checklist. You know, yeah, I mean, because this guy is just awesome. He knows absolutely everything on classic cars, on every car basically. He can do absolutely anything from anything. You can just drop him in a junkyard and he can create a crazy thing from there. And he's a legend. That's why, I mean, I'm also looking forward to take a selfie, or maybe like say hi to the supercar blondie. I'm also a follower to her page. I know, see, she creates videos about supercars and hypercars and things from the future. But if I can see her, of course, that will be an absolute also dream. And I've seen some many guys from West Coast Customs. Maybe if I can say hi, or take a look on their awesome customized cars, that will be also a very nice thing. And of course, I want to look at some really nice classic cars, supercars, and many awesome things. So I really cannot wait for tomorrow. So let's see. So I'm reading some of your awesome comments. It says this is the engine from the newer M5. Yes, the Mr. Matata says, wait, no, Mr. Goral Adrian says maybe it's a nice idea. I've worked hard on the engine. Hello, Mr. El Hague GT. Hello, my friend. It says, lol, look at the mouse. And where is he actually pointing? Yeah, because the window and the program that I'm using, nothing is really lining up correctly because of the new version of Automation Game. So it's still, everything is really full of bugs. But yeah, here we go. Anyone know why my car didn't run on BeamNG.Drive with the new update? Really? What's your car? Well, is it like an edited car or something? Say no to the car. Those what? That I don't know. I don't understand, Mr. Matata. My car is glitched because I made this car not on the beta version. Yeah, that could happen. Also, I don't know if we actually noticed this. I mean, I did notice, I did notice a common issue, but I really hope that we will not face it here. I'm not gonna say it yet, but if you do saw it, I mean, you have a sharp eagle eye. But first, let's go back to the first one because I want to see how that engine runs. We haven't fired it up. I don't know how that thing sounds. So let's check out the engine alone and then continue. Mm, Mr. Gara Adrian says, when I build my car, where can I park it for you? Well, you can drop the .car file. If it's for a live stream, you can drop it in the live stream submitting page. If it's for a challenge, you can submit it on the challenge submitting page. But if you don't want anyone to see it, you can send it to me directly, like in a DM, you know. And yeah, that's all. So let's see. I want to fire up this engine, which is a massive twin turbocharged V12. Check it out, the same problem. Yeah, the same problem. But I want to see how this thing runs. So take a look at that. Take a look at on those massive new turbos. Oh, look at that. Look at the unconnected oil line feed, or the oil feed for the turbo. It's not really connected, but it's there. That's a pretty nice attention to details. And yeah, look at that. The engine actually looks pretty decent and pretty massive. So, are you ready for some 2,400 horsepower love? Because I'm so ready for that. So let's fire it up. That's pretty powerful indeed. That's a pretty powerful beast. I mean, what an engine. Here we go. So I really enjoyed looking at it, and now I really cannot wait to drive it. So as you can see, now what we have next is an awesome car. I mean, supposed to be awesome. I don't know if it's like the real one or not. I haven't seen it yet, but a Dodge Dart from 1979. It's called the Coupe Deluxe, the Coupe Deluxe Luxo Chrysler LA 318 Dart Coupe Deluxe, I think. So let's open it. So guys, I'm reading some of your awesome comments, like about what car should I submit, what should I do. Well, you can submit anything. If you want me to test a BeamNG car, you can submit the WinRAR file. But of course, being Discord is limited to 8 megabytes of file size, so you need to upload it like to another, like cloud drive, like Google Drive or something, and send me the link if it's more than 8 megabytes. Or you can just drop the .car file, because all the .car files are like in kilobytes, so you can drop any .car file, and I will test it when I have some free time. Again, if it's for the next live stream, drop it in the live stream submitting page like a day before the live stream. Or if it's for a challenge, the challenge submitting page. Or if you want me to test it like a personal thing, a personal creation, you can send it to me as a DM message, direct message. So here we go. So now welcome to 1979, which is what we have is the Dodge Dart. It says here we have the Chrysler LA 318, which means it's a 5.2 liter engine. This is in cubic inch. We have 200 horsepower, obviously, because in 1979 the emission laws and the fuel economy laws were choking the horsepower out of every engine back then. So as you can see, 200 horsepower, overhead valve, pretty much old school 2-barrel carburetor, rear-wheel drive, pretty awesome. And this is how it looks, the car. All right, actually, it looks wow, it looks actually pretty decent. What do we have on the side here? It says Coupe Deluxe or Coupe Deluxo. That's pretty neat. Let's see the rear. That's pretty neat as well. I like it. It looks actually pretty awesome. Wow, that's actually pretty neat. Very nice work, my friend, indeed. Pretty old school. Let's see what we have. First, let's check out the engine. So it's a V90 degrees 8-cylinder cast iron, of course. Pretty nice. Cast cylinder heads. Pretty awesome. Cast internals. 7.5:1 compression ratio. Pretty much old school. Running on, I mean, leaded fuel. I don't know. In 1979, is leaded still available or not? I don't know if it's still available, but it's pretty old school and I like that. Look at that. That's what I call pretty old school engine. But yeah, it's running no mufflers. Now that's a little too much, because as a stock engine, you want to run mufflers on it. These engines came from the factory with mufflers, so you can't just run a straight pipe exhaust. It will sound very loud. So 71 points of noise, that means it's a loud engine, so prepare yourself for some classical V8 noise. V8 motor. Here we go. Let's fire it up. That sounds very, very, very enjoyable and so beautiful in every single way. I love V8 noise. It's just the best noise ever. I mean, we love supercars, we love V10 engines, we love inline sixes and V6 and all of that. We love all of the engine noises. Of course, we adore them, we love them, we dream about them. But there is something a little extra special always about a V8. And that what always takes me away. I love V8s. That's just amazing. Here we go. So it's a rear-wheel drive automatics, 3-speed gearbox, pretty old school, and open diff, of course. 214 kilometers per hour top speed. That's actually pretty neat. I think I'm gonna enjoy it. Hard long life tires, 40-inch rims, very, very nice, old school. 185 front and rear. Pretty period correct. Yeah, unlike but of course the front discs are running on 60 pad type. That means they will appear in BeamNG a little bit sporty, like, you know, drilled or slotted, so not really period correct. If you really want to make a period correct disc brakes, you know, the regular OEM disc brakes, not the drilled or the slotted, the regular bland ones, you need to make sure this thing is on like 45 max. Don't reach 50, because when you reach 50 and up, the rotors, the discs are in BeamNG, they will appear like drilled or slotted. So yeah, this is like a little tip for you. Wow, look at that. A 6-seater car, a bench up front, a bench in the back. Pretty American, pretty old school. That's very, very neat. I love those cars in the past were just benches upward in the front and in the back. Classic. Pretty nice. Cost $15,600. That's not bad. Look at that. It can actually do the double digits of MPG, 10 MPG. I mean, since it's double digit, that's a pretty win, I think. Pretty win-win. And 10.3 seconds, 206. That's actually decent. Okay, let's fire it up. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Atlas, a lot of cars back then, I mean, the manufacturers, they want to put the disc brakes, but they don't want to put it in a front and rear because it's expensive. It was really expensive back then. You know the calipers, the piston inside the caliper. All these things were expensive, and drum brakes were absolutely like everywhere. Everywhere you go was drum brakes. So what they did is, to minimize the manufacturing cost and to upgrade the brakes with the discs. So they put discs up front and kept the regular drums in the back, because it was expensive actually to manufacture, discs back then, and calipers and brake pads. So not many manufacturers back then did it. But it's pretty sweet actually, because and it works. It's not gonna actually, it's not gonna perform terribly. People actually think, if you actually have discs up front and drums in the back, people actually think that the brakes will not really work, they will be weak. No, actually they do work nicely. I mean, the balance, if the balance is perfect, you will hardly feel any difference between the drums and the brakes. Of course, when you're using them on in the city, but of course on the track, discs will perform much better than everything else. So the Dart is done. That's pretty decent. The next one's called the Dawn. Let's see 11/15 1967. Let's check it out. Yeah, it's pretty beautiful. Yeah, here we go. So welcome to 1967 with the Dawn 11/15. It's running with a 43.5 horsepower, 1.1 liter Boxer 4 overhead valve, naturally aspirated, single barrel eco carb, rear-wheel drive, 4-speed manual, McPherson strut front and rear. That's a unique setup. That's a very unique setup. Monocoque chassis, steel body. That's gonna be real awesome. So let's check it out. Oh, hello, sweetie. Now that's a pretty awesome four-door classic car. Wow, indeed. Look at the rear. Wow, the creator actually went all out with the design. Nice work, my friend, indeed. That's what I call great attention to details, especially on classic cars. The bumpers, the grills, the badge, the lights. Look at these, the vents, the wipers. I mean, check out those lines. I mean, those lines are pretty nice. Check out those chromey lines. I mean, this takes a while to create. This is not easy to create this line. Also, check it out. So he did a line down there, underneath the doors and going around the wheel arch, as you can see. And then there is like a vent here, and also he did a line around it. That's pretty nice indeed. The rear also is a pretty nice place to look at. Check it out. I mean that's just beautiful. I love classic cars. Classic cars, if they were done right, they look absolutely pretty. And that's the story behind the Mitsubishi Starion. In real life, the Starion, some people say it looks ugly, it looks pretty dated, but I don't know, if you look at it, especially in games like in BeamNG, when I finished creating the Starion, I felt the same feeling that when I looked at this car, because I felt it's perfect. I mean, this car, maybe in real life this car will look cheap, ugly, or maybe no one will really like it, but when you see this attention to details, like especially in Automation Game, when you create it with your own hand, when you're with your own hands, you feel proud, you feel happy, you feel like you've created a masterpiece, a piece of art that you want to keep, cherish, and maybe upgrade in the future. And that's what I love about this car. Nice work, my friend, indeed. I mean, look at that. It's running only a 40 horsepower engine, 1.1 liter Boxer 4, but the essence behind the attention to details, that's what really makes it special. So hello, Mr. Marcus. Hello, my friend. Thank you for joining. Amazing. I love attention to details. I always love to see cars with great attention to details. So what we have under the hood of this thing is a Boxer 4 cast iron, of course, of overhead valve, old school, 1 liter or 1.1 liter. Cast internals, of course. 6.7 to 1 compression ratio, 61 a sporty actually camshaft. That's pretty neat. We are running a low quality 85 octane fuel, twin carburetor, single barrel eco. That's pretty nice. Cast log headers. As you can see, the car is pretty old school. So, and I really love that. So I think this is, I mean, just look at this unique engine. Check out those beautiful intake manifolds and those beautiful carbs with this beautiful intake or this beautiful airbox. That's a pretty unique idea. And of course, what I do really love about the Boxer or flat engines, when you select the overhead valve setup, because of course the camshaft will go through the engine block, you will have this bump in the middle and those lines, which makes it even more special. Look at those exhaust headers, pretty basic. That's what I call awesome. Here we go. Let's fire it up. 43 horsepower, 48 pound-feet of torque. Oh, listen to that. Just listen. Just listen to the idle noise. Sounds like a Harley Davidson V-twin engine. That's pretty awesome. I love the noise of the Boxer 4 engine. Sounds, I mean, it's a tiny little engine, but the noise, I mean, the noise feels like, I mean, the engine feels like it's like, look at me, I'm a powerful engine. I can beat V8s. I can be a powerful racing engine. Look at me, I can rumble like a V8. I can scream like an inline six. It's just a tiny, amazing little engine. That's an awesome engine. Here we go. So what we have here is a rear-wheel drive manual 4 on the floor gearbox. That's pretty awesome. 140 kilometers per hour top speed, open diff, hard long life tires, 13-inch rims, drum brakes front and back. That's pretty sweet. And let's see, pretty awesome car. 5 seats, basic interior. No, of course, no power steering. I mean, the car weighs around 700 kilos. You don't need power steering here. Standard 50s. Safety equipments. That's actually pretty decent, and the car cost $10,500. That's cheap. That's very affordable. And I mean, look at that. I mean, just look at the car. This thing costs $10,000 and it looks pretty sweet. Now, the cool thing behind this car is, according to the creator, he said when he submitted this car, and let me make sure that I'm actually reading this correctly because I want to quote the submitter. Here we go, the Livestream submitting page, blah blah blah. Here we go. Yes, this one, it's called the Dawn 1115. That's the name of it, right? So according to the creator of it, he said this is a Soviet premium car from the USSR. This one that we have seen, the 1115, the Dawn 1115. So I mean, I think this is the best one. I haven't seen any Soviet cars besides the car that they showed us on Top Gear when they made like the best communist or the best Soviet car episode. I think this one is better than everything that we have seen on that episode. Just look at it. It's just sweet. Just a sweet little sporty 4-door car. That's pretty sweet. Yeah. Yes, so that's the creation of the viewer. He said this is the car, and it looks actually pretty neat, but better than everything that we have seen on that episode. Anyway, so let's export this thing and see what we have. Who remember that episode, by the way, that Top Gear did when they actually drove like I don't know, communist cars, or I don't know, Soviet cars. I think communist cars, when they drove that luxury thing with the buttons for the gearbox. When James May tried to reverse the car, then he tried to press the drive button and the button disappeared inside the dashboard. Do you remember that? And when they drove, I don't know which one they drove also. They drove that Lada versus, I don't know, another car when they raced against each other, and then James May fall into a ditch. Goodbye, Mr. May. And I don't know, that episode was pretty special. I love Top Gear. That was absolutely crazy. Who remember the episode? because there's actually some good news. The Gaz Chinka, yeah, Chaika, yes, the Chaika, yes, the Gaz Chaika, yeah, amazing, yeah. Guys, I don't know if you have seen it or not. I don't know if you have seen it or not, and I really hope that you did see it, but this is good news. This is actually a great news. Today, when I was browsing my Instagram, I came along a clip from the official the Grand Tour page, and they are actually planning on releasing, I don't know, a series or some sort of an episode or something on December. I think the 13th of December. I think 13 or 19, which is I mean all three of them are actually driving boats, not cars, boats. I'm not joking. Jeremy had a special looking boats. You know what Richard Hammond love for boats, something with flames on it, and James May being James May basically. So you know what kind of boat he will use. So yeah, I was really excited and really happy when I saw that post today on Instagram. So yes, they are coming back. The Grand Tour is actually going back on December. I really cannot wait for that. I really cannot wait for that. So let's move on with the next car. Let's see. We finished from the Dawn. The next one is called the Keiko Advance. 1990s. It says the V6 2.5 liter 205 horsepower NA. Yeah, I do follow them on Drive Type. James May makes the funniest Drive Type videos on Drive Type and Food Tribe. James May, there were many videos making sandwiches from the 70s. That was special. There were also the Lego episode, and I don't know, many awesome episodes they did all together on Drive Type and Food Tribe. So it was really awesome. I watched like all of them because that was absolutely crazy. Yeah, I also remember one of my favorite and funniest videos was I forgot, Captain Souffle or Officer Souffle, when Jamie Clarkson played as a police officer. Captain Souffle or Officer Souffle or something like this. I love that. It was an absolute so fun. Every time he wants to write a ticket for a golf or something, he goes inside and buy a pastry of some sort. Amazing. Anyway, so this awesome car is called the Keiko Advance, as you can see, and this is how it looks. Okay, we have the glowing taillights, which they may or may not work in BeamNG. I mean, they glow here, but I don't know if they actually will glow in BeamNG or not. But yeah, who knows? So the car actually looks pretty decent. It doesn't really look bad. It looks actually Japanese to me. Not because of the license plate, no, because of the headlights and those tail lights. Yeah, and with the grill in the middle. I don't know, it looks to me Japanese or Asian, to be honest with you. But it looks actually neat. It's not really bad. Hello, Mr. Christoph Territoriate. Hello, my friend. Thank you for joining. Yes, Forza Horizon 4 gets the Supra pack back on the 12th of December. Yes, I've seen the post of that. Yes, Toyota is actually bringing back the Supra, I think, in their Forza. Yeah, the Forza. Okay, that's disappointing that they don't work in BeamNG. Okay, so let's check out the engine. It's a naturally aspirated V6 according to the creator, 2.5 liter double overhead, 5 valves. Excuse me, I was yawning for a little bit. So yeah, forged internals, naturally aspirated, multi-point EFI. The car was made in the 1990s. Pretty sweet. That's a pretty sweet naturally aspirated V6. Makes 20% fuel efficiency. That's a win actually. With 200 horsepower, 173 pound-feet of torque. Let's fire it up and check it out. Wow, looks pretty sweet. Here we go. Let's fire it up. That's a pretty sweet noise. A little bit too quiet because, you know, it's 5 valves per cylinder. You really want to make this thing a screamer. But 35 points, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, it sounds really good. And now the car actually looks pretty nice. It's not really too bad. It actually looks pretty nice. Very, yeah, very nice. Missing some fixtures like the vents for the wipers, but in general, it's actually pretty neat. But unfortunately, those glow lights, according to you guys, these things will actually not work in BeamNG. They will glow in Automation Game, but when you actually use the brakes in BeamNG, these things will not light up. So that's unfortunate. Here we go. So it's a rear drive manual 5-speed gearbox, 5.5 seconds from 0 to 100. That's pretty sweet actually. Gear limited slip, sport tires, alloy rims, brakes, very nice. Aerodynamics, I don't know, I'm not sure about the aerodynamics. Let's see later. The 2 seats, sport interior, no ABS, hydraulic. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, another issue. Why do you want to do that? Which is why they want so much rear downforce and no front downforce. Why do you want the front tires to lift up, and it makes the car pretty much unsteerable when this thing is driving fast. When the car actually going around fast, the front tires will lift a little bit, which makes the tires not really contact the tarmac correctly, and to result in a pretty unsteerable car. Why do you want that? I don't understand that. Why do you want that? What's wrong with putting front downforce on this car? Anyway, in general, it's pretty nice. The engine is pretty sweet. Let's export it. Yeah. Let's read some of your awesome comments. It says, Mr. Christoph says, "Oh, it's my car. Oh, it's your car, my friend. Please put some downforce on the front to make it steerable." So Mr. Matata says a bit of Venturi 400 in it as well. Mr. Christoph says yes. Yeah, did a mix of unique RR Japanese cars, French cars by Mr. Matata. Mr. Elheg GT says it's too bad because they look good on concept cars. It's a jet by Mr. Christoph. Whoosh. Oh, okay. So let's see. So as I did mention, tomorrow I'll try to go to this car exhibit. It's actually a pretty long drive from my house. It's around 40 kilometers away, 40 kilometers to get there and 40 kilometers to get back. So it's around 80 kilometers. So yeah, that's gonna need some pretty nice amount of fuel to get there and to get back. Yeah, so that's gonna be interesting. I don't know if I can film my way over there because there are now new type of cameras, of speed cameras on the road, which they do take photos if you actually are holding your phone or filming with your phone or something. I mean, I don't have a GoPro to put it like on my head and drive along, but I don't know if I can put the phone in some sort of way on the dashboard to make it like film my way over there. That's gonna be sweet actually. And yeah, I'll try my best to make, because I want to make a video about it. So I would love to film my driving to the event and my time during the event over there with the awesome cars and maybe with the awesome guys, if I can meet them or not. I don't know if I can actually meet them like David Freiberger or not. I don't know if it's like for VIPs only or if anyone can actually meet him or not. I don't know. I really don't know yet, but I really cannot wait for tomorrow. I forgot, did I export this thing? I think I did export it, but I think so. But for extra assurance, let's re-export it again. Who's sending me messages? Ah, here we go. Someone on Instagram. Who's that? Someone followed me on Instagram. Someone liked my picture. Someone likes my old pictures. Ah, that's cool. Let's see what else. Snoop Dogg is live right now on Discord. That's cool. So not Discord, on Instagram. Okay, that's pretty sweet as well. All right, so we finished from this one. Now let's see what we have next. Doing live streams, that's actually pretty sweet. Who else is live on? What's that? Someone's actually live also, sending me the link. Another YouTuber. Anyway, so what we have next is after this one, after the Keiko, after it we have an awesome car from the 80s called the Kimchi Wedge. Okay, it says Aero EFI, no name for the engine. Let's open it. Yo, Mr. Horizontal. Hello, my friend. Thank you for joining, my friend. Thank you for joining. Let's see. Here we go. So this awesome car, it's from the 1980s. It says here it's running with a 91 horsepower, 1.5 liter inline 4, naturally aspirated mechanical fuel injection, front wheel drive, ladder chassis. That's pretty sweet. It weighs 1,000 kilograms exactly. 5-speed gearbox, manual of course, and let's see. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's pretty bold. That's pretty okay. Yes, that's yeah, I would love to. I don't know what to say, but yeah, let me know. What do you think about it? This is how it looks basically. I mean, it's like one of those futuristic cars from the 80s. You know, in the 80s and also 70s, a lot of manufacturers started to predict the future and they started to make special looking cars back then. And this one is definitely one of them. This one is definitely one of them. I mean, it's not really, you know, full of fixtures. It's really lacking a lot of fixtures, but yeah. Here we go. The same license plate issue again. Come on, get in the middle. So yeah, the same. Okay, so that's the car. That's definitely the car. Let's check it. Let's check out the beating heart of it. So it's an inline 4 aluminum engine, double overhead 4 valves. That's pretty advanced actually. Forged pistons, cast all the rest of the internals, 9.8 to 1. Okay, so 55 on the cam profile. Mechanical fuel injection. Okay, now that's oh, let's see, what is it? The engine is knocking. Oh yes, my friend, you sent me a car with a knocking engine. Why did you do that? Because you are running 95 octane and the engine is running on 95.1. There's a 0.1 of extra octane, which means, as you can see, it's knocking. Look at that. The fourth warning, it says the engine is knocking. Yeah, that's not great. So what we can do here is decrease the ignition a little bit. Yeah, and look at that. Now it's not knocking. Yeah, now it's not knocking. So yeah, please make, my friend, please make sure to submit when you submit a car that the engine is not really knocking. Tubular headers, 3-way catalytic converters, straight through pipe, nothing else to obstruct it except for the catalytic converters. Let's fire it up. It's a 4-cylinder engine, mechanical fuel injection. Pretty old school, pretty sweet. Let's see. That's a pretty sounding engine. Really, it's not really that. It's not really bad. It's actually this thing actually sounds pretty sweet for a 4-cylinder engine. Sounds pretty nice. The exhaust note is pretty sweet as well. So it's a special car, and oh my god, sorry, I closed it by mistake. So as I was saying, it's a pretty awesome car, and you know, the idea behind it, because it's futuristic and all of that, but it's really missing a lot of fixtures. It's missing. I mean, if you want to make a futuristic car, you need more fixtures, my friend. You need more like futuristic things on it to make it really futuristic. Right now, it looks like just a shell of a car with very minimum amount of fixtures, unfortunately. So it's front wheel drive, manual 5-speed, 0 to 110.6 seconds, open diff. Metal OS. Hello, my friend. What's the car type? This is a viewer-made car called the Kimchi Wedge, a viewer-made car. It looks like one of those 1980s futuristic cars. So as you can see, is Pablo Graph tires, 180 front and rear, alloy rims, 14-inch rims, front discs, rear drums. It's a pretty 80s recipe. It can do 26 mpg, which is pretty futuristic for the time period. At 980 kilograms, that's actually pretty light as well. No power steering. All right, cost $13,800. That's actually not bad at all. Yeah, let's export it. It looks very promising actually on paper. Here we go. Tesla Cybertruck from the 80s. Wow, that was quick. So so guys, any special cars you've seen lately, like on the road? Any special cars you've seen lately you want to talk about, or like a special thing that you saw on the road coming back from school or work? Here we go. We'll finish from the Kimchi. Tesla went cyber. Yeah, I've seen the video on the internet. That was pretty funny. Their new or their latest pickup or crazy Tesla with an I don't know, an unbreakable unbreakable glass, but it was breakable actually at the end. It was really embarrassing for Elon Musk. So yeah, I've seen that video and I laughed really hard because they were actually promoting the new glass that it's unbreakable, and someone, I don't know, throws something at it as a test and it shattered. That was pretty sweet. Pretty funny to watch. Let's see. Mr. Max Power says a Mustang. What's that? The new. Ah, the Mustang, the new one, the electric one. You mean? Mr. Random Project says my dad saw the new Fisker Karma. Oh, really? They made the new one? I remember the old Fisker Karma, the new one that was made, I don't know, in a very, very special way. Yes, the unbreakable. Yeah. Here you go. Mr. Marcus says, here we go, my car is next and it's gonna explode. Oh, okay, so let's check it out. The next one's called the Palomino Hybrid 22 LM homologue or something. Furious 910 1500. Let's open it. Here we go. All right, so 1500 horsepower, 1511.9 horsepower, 4.3 liter V10, twin turbocharged, of course, 10.5 to 1 compression, all-wheel drive, 7-speed sequential, push rods front and rear, 1830 kilos, carbon fiber, the lot. Let's check it out. Oh, all right. Alrighty indeed. Now that is just pretty sweet. I love those two wings in the back, like the Ferrari FXX. Looks very similar to it, and love the badging. Love the so many vents. Check out the wiper. The wiper is standing, which is an automation bug. Let me fix that. Come on. This thing doesn't want to go down. Here we go. It's a bit down, but not 100% down. Yeah, it's not 100% down, but it's down enough. So it looks pretty sweet, really sweet. I like it. It looks very, very nice. Nice attention to details, the vents, the crazy looks. Love your logo on the side always. That's pretty sweet. Let's see. Let's check out the beating heart. It's a 4.3 liter V10, double overhead, 4 valves, VVL, all the best internals, plus 12 quality. That's expensive. Yeah, that's pretty expensive. Cam profile 79, maxed out VVL. pretty large turbochargers. Yeah, pretty large turbochargers. Oh my god, 8-inch exhaust diameter, that's pretty massive as well. Here we go. And the end results, and 1500 horsepower, that's pretty sweet. So let's fire it up. And yes, check it out, my friends, because the engine is mounted, what do they call it? Transversely or something. You know, it's not longitudinal, it's a transverse mounting, you know, mounting type. That's why the intercooler, look at that, the intercooler is on the side, the exhaust, everything is just made perfectly for it, as you can see. Amazing. Here we go. Let's fire it up. Wow. I mean, just wow. The noise on the top RPM is just a screamer. Look at those massive turbos. Whoa, those massive turbos are really shifting boost into that beautiful engine. I really want to listen to it again. What do you think? Should we listen to it again? Would you like me to listen to it again? Because it's just a pure joy to listen to. Here we go. Wow. Amazing noise. What a loud beast indeed. This thing is super loud, super powerful, and I love the noise of it. That's absolutely crazy. Amazing. So this beautiful beast here is running with an all-wheel drive sequential 7-speed gearbox. 313 kilometers per hour is the official top speed, electronic limited slip diff, and again a little bit to the rear side more than front, not bad. Semi-slick tires, alloy rims, 20-inch rim size. Let's see, the brakes are all the way through the roof, carbon ceramics, 6 pistons front and rear, massive stopping power. Oh my god, again? Is it really again? Everyone is using the same thing, no front downforce. Why everyone hates the front downforce? Is this thing a bug, or people actually don't want to use front downforce? What's wrong with why people are not using any sort of front downforce? Is it a bug, or are you guys doing it on purpose? I want to know that, if you don't mind. So it's a 2-seater handmade interior, a little bit heavy, but yeah, you know, it's a special thing. Electronic variable power steering, ABS, advanced 10s. Look at that, the same story. Why there aren't any front? I mean, I think there's a bug in the game, because this is a front lip. This is a front lip. This thing's supposed to actually be pushing 200, you know, pushing nice amount of downforce. What's wrong with the game? Man, what's wrong with the game? That's hideous. I mean, that's absolutely hideous. That is absolute hideous. I mean, this is not This is not a mod, right? No, this is official. These are official mods. These are official. Okay, let's me try and add another one here. You know, just like this, like a dummy. And let's see if this thing actually adds downforce. Here we go. This stupid thing is adding downforce now. Stupid game. Let's see. It's really annoying when it does that. I really hope we didn't actually destroy. Oh my god, it's happening again. It's this one. Okay, so with 100%, only 18 kilograms. Are you sure these are the number, Mr. Marcus? Are these your numbers? 18.9 and 430 kilograms. These are your numbers? Are these your numbers or not? If these aren't your numbers, the car will not really behave like you created it. We can try to fix it. Or is it correct? I would love to know that before we export this car. Because it looks good, it will be a shame actually if this thing got destroyed in BeamNG. So I would love if you can tell me if these numbers are correct or not. What do you think? What no. What do you mean? Are these numbers correct? It has 200 front and 1300 back. Oh crikey. That's rubbish. That's absolute rubbish. I'm really regretting upgrading to the open beta. I mean, you'll get absolutely everything. It ruins design creativity. I mean, I really hate. I really hate this new version. I mean, I don't understand why the developers ruined it. I mean, I really don't understand. Okay, let me try something here a little bit quickly. I've switched the front fixture. Let's see if it makes any difference. No, it's still pretty much the same thing. Okay, so let me try. Let's see, this thing was put here. Let me try, no offense, let me try to move it and stick something else maybe. Let's try this one here. Come on, don't be like that. Oh, you stupid. Come on. Here we go. Yeah, it takes a while to get it perfect, but okay, let's try this for a moment. See if this thing actually makes any difference right now. 21 kilos. That's rubbish. That is absolute rubbish. I mean, the developers really need to to take a look at that. That's hideous. I mean, you can't make anything now with downforce because it won't work. Simply won't work. Any kind of downforce you will put up front, it will not be functional. Any lip, any wing, anything. Man, that's really annoying. I'm sorry, Mr. Marcus. I really appreciate your awesome car, but the developers are just making a huge fuss of the new update, and it's full of bugs. It's absolutely full of bugs, and I really hate that. Man, let's see. Let's try again. How about now? 21 kilos. Wow, that's gonna be hideous to drive. I mean, no offense. I know you've created an awesome car. I know you've put a lot of effort into it, but this thing is gonna perform really, really weird. Well, if you can send it quickly, then why not? Yes, why not? If you can send it quickly right now on Discord, on the Livestream submitting page, if you can send it quickly before I go to BeamNG, then why not? Yeah, because it's a shame to ruin a beautiful looking car like that. Yeah, I mean, I haven't noticed that because when I was creating this, the Starion, the Mitsubishi Starion, because the Starion really didn't have any aerodynamical features whatsoever, and I've started making it on the old automation version, and I did actually export it using the latest automation version. Before this one, before this one, because this one got updated tonight. So I didn't notice any difference because the Starion didn't have any special aerodynamical features on it. I mean, it's only 194 horsepower car, but with this one, with this much horsepower here, I mean, this thing is gonna be an absolute crazy thing to drive because there is no downforce to keep it controlled, unfortunately. Sorry about that. I mean, I really get excited when the developers do upgrade the game or update the game, but when they make such huge mistakes that ruins the fun, it really makes everything terrible, to be honest with you. And I really hate switching back also to the old version, because switching back to the old version requires me to re-download every possible mod on the Steam Workshop. Every mod I need to re-download it again, so I can download all your cars and opening them without any single problem. Yeah. Let's see. I'm reading some awesome thing on. Let's see. I'm reading some awesome things on Instagram. Okay, so all right. I'll Mr. Marcus, when you send the file in, let me know. So when I switch to BeamNG, I can just download your file quickly, put it in BeamNG, so I can see it inside the game instead of this one with the missing aerodynamics. Wow, I was actually, because at the beginning of the live stream, some awesome fan actually requested the Ford Transit van from 1997, a replica of it. And I was actually going to make it soon, maybe tomorrow or something, when I get back from the car exhibit, I think. So I can create the 1997 replica, but I want to make a super van. I can't make it without downforce, because putting a super powerful engine in a boxy van with no downforce, with no grip, that would be like a death recipe, and I really don't want that. So I think I'll wait on the super van idea, but maybe I'll create the replica for the regular transit van. Yeah, yeah, a lot of bugs, Mr. Exclusively Southeast. A lot of bugs, really. Everywhere you look in the game, there are bugs. I mean, check it out. Even the engine model. If it's too long, check it out. Where's the begin of the name? The name doesn't begin at the beginning at the left, at the starting of from the left. No, the name begins just from the middle of the sentence. So a lot of words are disappearing from the left, a lot of words are disappearing from the right. So as you can see, yeah, it's not really perfect. No, it's very far from perfect. I just hope the rest of the cars are within regular horsepower range, because we don't have any kind of active aerodynamics. So if any other car that we will get has no front downforce, it will be an absolute shame to see it crashing. So this car it's called the PFS MS 73 GT version, 135 horsepower, 1.7 inline 4. It's turbocharged and it's running 2-barrel carb. That's special. Overhead cam means, I think, direct acting overhead cam. Front wheel drive, double wishbone, solid axle coil rear. Okay. And it looks like so. That's actually pretty sweet. That's actually pretty sweet. Amazing looking, actually. Very, very classy looks, as you can see. Painted bumpers, very, very classy looks, very, very 70s. Love the attention to details, because this area back there, this thing here, this black panel back here, this thing is not easy to make. And I know from experience, this part took long time from the creator to do, really, and I really appreciate that, because that is an absolute beautiful car. Nice work indeed. So the engine is a 4-cylinder cast iron 1.7 liter, as I mentioned, direct acting overhead cam. And okay, yes, thank you, Mr. Marcus. Cast iron cylinder head, forged internals, 8.5 to 1. Very nice turbo, so very nice turbo setup. Super leaded 98. Now this is a problem here. You are running a 98 octane fuel, and the engine requires only 90 point. I mean, what's the point of using 98? The engine is running on 90. You can just go with 92, and it just works fine. Why do you want 98? You can just go with 92. You can even go with a regular fuel, with regular unleaded fuel. It will be more kinder to the environment. Actually, it will perform the same, because it's the same octane basically. And okay, so no catalytic converters, because it was running on leaded fuel. Now it's unleaded. Let's see, baffled second muffler, and that's it. That's pretty sweet, actually. Let's fire it up and let's take a look, because this is okay, now this is a bug, but what I like about this bug is, check out the airbox. Now the airbox is pretty classic, which I really like, but check out the piping going through the cylinder head. That's rubbish. Yeah, that's definitely, the piping needs to be going like upwards, maybe above the engine, going through here. Yeah, unfortunately that's hideous, but I like the new airbox. It looks pretty classic. So let's fire it up. Here we go. Look at that beautiful tiny turbo. Sweet. Let's fire it up. It's a thought on the new Tesla Cybertruck. It looks weird. It looks like a car that I used to draw when I was, I don't know, in school. So, beautiful engine, nicely thought out, classy, beautiful. The car is actually classy and sporty. I really cannot wait to drive it. It's front-wheel drive. That's going to be special to drive. 5 speeds, 8.6 seconds, open diff. It's going to be really special. Really special. Very nicely detailed. Nice work, my friend. Indeed, the suspension actually is really not that bad. It's a little bit understeery, but I really like it. I really cannot wait to drive it. It's gonna be really special. So let's export it. Let's export it. As you can see, the same story. Nice amount of downforce on the back, not much on the front because of the automation bug. I'm terribly sorry about that, but developers, they should really take a look on it. So in BeamNG, it's gonna be really difficult to drive some cars tonight. And some will be enjoyable. Depends on how much downforce you put on the car. Mr. Jeremy Clarkson posted a tweet, says I'll definitely watch this, and he posted the YouTube link for the new Seaman, the Grand Tour Seaman official trailer. Yeah, awesome. That's pretty sweet. Mr. Jeremy Clarkson just tweeted on his Twitter, of course. Let's see who else is sending messages here. Oh my god, everyone is just there. Look, I'm actually watching some funny pictures on Instagram. People actually are taking because everyone saw the new Tesla Cybertruck thing, and everyone is just taking that picture and Photoshop it, making it looking like a Dakar racing car or an off-roader or something. Yeah, so it's gonna be really awesome. All right, this thing is exporting. Which version of automation is this? This is the open beta. This is the open beta, Mr. Aziz. Yeah, this is the open beta, and it's running terribly. Actually, I love the graphics. I love how the menus looks, but it's full of bugs. It's just full of bugs everywhere. It's really terrible, unfortunately. Here we go. So 2 cars left. Oh my god, this is a track car. That means it will run with aerodynamics. Oh man, it's really a shame. So it's called, this one's called the Pythagoras Track Special C. Yeah, this thing will definitely run with aerodynamics, and they are bad now in BeamNG, in Automation Game, sorry. So it's a 223 horsepower, wow, 1.9 liter V12, naturally aspirated, all-wheel drive, 7-speed dual clutch. That's a unique setup. And this is how it looks. So it's a, oh my god, what are those? Oh man, what did the developers do to the game? They ruined Automation Game. That's really bad. Oh, come on, developers, why are you doing that to us? So as you can see, the car actually looks pretty sweet. I mean, there are no wipers on it, which is a big no-no for me. But what in God's name is happening here? Look at that. Whatever you adjust it, oh my god, it's getting worse. Smaller or larger. I'm sorry for the, oh, here we go. I'm sorry for the, oh man, come on. Stop it. Here we go. Lock it. Perfect. Now let's adjust this. Come on. I know it's not like the car that you created, my friend, but I just want to get rid of those lines. Here we go. No more lines. So I like the car, I really do, but it's missing the where are the wipers? Basically, you need wipers, my friend. Let's put some wipers on the car. I mean, I don't have OCD when it comes to wipers, but I like cars that look real. So if your car does look real, you have my biggest thanks. But if your car does not look real, then we definitely need to fix that. There we go. Oh my god, even the wipers are making a mess. Here we go, that's one. Look at that. Even the wipers are really messy. That's rubbish. Let's see, let's raise them a little bit up. Put this one in like that. Stretch it. Job done. All right. So I really love the looks of the car. I really hope this thing is definitely a sweet thing to drive as well. So let's check it out. Let's check out the beating heart of it. So it's running a 1.9 liter magnesium V12, double overhead, 5 valves. It's pretty much a racing V12, as you can see. 12.1:1 compression ratio, VVT on the intake, naturally aspirated, running 91 octane fuel. I mean, it's running nicely, and nothing is wrong with it actually. Race exhaust manifold. Here we go, and this is how it looks. Pretty neat. Let's fire it up. the engine noise is pretty sweet. Yes, I noticed that I put the wipers. If I don't know. But no, this car. I mean, this car may look like a right-hand drive car. Actually, it's compact. It's sweet looking. I don't know. I thought the wipers looked better in this direction. So yes, this thing may be a right-hand drive car. Yeah. Well, that's okay. We can switch them around. But yeah, it's pretty sweet. So it's all-wheel drive, dual clutch, 7-speed, 4 seconds from 0 to 100. Very, very nice amount of top speed. The car actually is pretty neat. A little bit oversteery, as you can see, but neat. Here we go. Let's see. So the downforce here is kind of working. You know, similar front and back. I mean, which is better than nothing, better than putting a ton on the back and nothing on the front. So yeah, but the oversteering issue here is a little bit annoying, but it's fine. The car weighs around 900 kilos, 27 mpg. The car is pretty sweet, actually. Car is pretty sweet. I want to try and lower it a little bit, but according to Automation Game, we are actually. Let's see. I don't want to ruin the car, but I want to make it. Here we go. A little bit better because, yeah, it has a little bit. Here we go. You don't need that. That's better because I don't want to crash this thing. This thing is really sweet, so I made it a little bit less oversteery, and now it's perfect. This thing cost $107,000. That's very expensive, and it's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. All right, let's export it. I mean, I think Mr. Matata, I think they are European. Oh my God, the lines are back. The lines are back. Oh my God, it's everywhere now. Oh, for God's sake, the lines are everywhere. Man. Let's try and fix them quickly. Sorry about the delay, guys. I know you want to see your cars being driven, but just BeamNG Automation Game is not really trying to letting us. So I'm going to make them a little bit smaller. This way we will have a better chance of making them worse or making them better. Come on, dude. Okay, let's adjust taillights a little bit. I know they are different now, but we just want to fix it. It's really annoying. Here we go. Here we go, lock everything in its place. There's something on the front. Is it the wiper? Make it smaller a little bit. Here we go. Let's try again now. Here we go. And the game crashed. Yes, thank you, Automation developers. The game just crashed. That's a terrible thing. And the game crashed now. Thank you so much, developers, for making my experience in Automation Game worse. I was really excited for this live stream to check out your cars, to see what you guys came up with, and now the game just wants to crash. Here we go. Let's try and export the car right from the menu. There we go, Pythagoras. Let's try export it from here. See if this thing actually is good. Here we go. So far, so good. No lines. Alright, I'll export it anyway. I like the looks of it, and I don't care if we have some aerodynamical lines, basically. So let's see. We have one car left, and then we move on to BeamNG. Oops, sorry about that. So we have one card left, then we move on to BeamNG. But of course, what I need to do before I move to BeamNG, I need to download the card that was sent to me by Mr. Marcus. Here we go. So the final car that we have here, it's from the 1955. It's called the Falco GT. All right, let's see if this thing actually is pretty neat or not. Here we go. All right, so 135 horsepower, 2.5 liter V12, naturally aspirated, DCOE carbs, rear-wheel drive, 4-speed manual. Ah, yes, I've seen pictures of this thing, and it looks absolutely sweet. Very beautiful to look at. Very crazy, classic attention to detail. I mean, check out the name of it. I mean, the name looks like a signature, which is absolutely awesome. The Falco, the badging, just pretty. The lines are so sweet and so awesome. The front is very classy as well. The creator went all out with the design and the attention to details. I love it. It looks pretty sweet and so classy. Yeah, indeed. It's rear-wheel drive, so it's gonna be really fun to drive. It has a V12 cast iron, 2.5 liter-ish, single overhead camshaft, 4 valves. Sweet in every single way. This thing was running with 92 octane fuel, but it's running on 91.5. I think this is a common also automation bug. A lot of people reported that they actually used every bit of the octane, but in this version, it always comes out like that, which is the wrong octane usage. But it's fine, my friend. It's fine. It looks sweet. Sweet engine, sweet V8. Yeah, the Mafia 2 soundtrack, yeah. Indeed. It'll be absolutely perfect for this car. You remember which one is that? It looks very similar to a special one actually in Mafia 2. So it's rear-wheel drive, manual 4-speed, open diff, medium compound, 15-inch rims, drum brakes, pretty classy. Oh, sorry about that, I was yawning a little bit. So luxury interior, that's actually pretty sweet. Let's see, what's the suspension on this thing? Comfy suspension, comfy sweetie suspension, and weighs 1,200 kilos. The car actually is pretty nice. Cost nearly $30,000. It can do 15 mpg. It's nice. Let's export it. And what? Just please fix it. May have 2 valves, not really. 2 valves, not 4. V12, sorry, not V8, V12. So really 2 valves. Wow, with 2 valves the power will drop down really hard, my friend. Are you sure you want me to put it on 2 valves? You will have you have some very hard valve flow. So to me, I prefer to keep it 4 valves. 4 valves is pretty much better in every way. Yeah. 2 valves is really a valve float, which is not really good, which is not really what you want in any engine. So if you want my advice, let's keep it 4 valves. Even if it's a mistake, even if it's wrong, let's keep it just 4 valves and just keep it beautiful. Also, are these the rims that you went with? I don't know if these the rims that you actually went with or not. I don't know. I think they don't. I think they don't fit the car looks. I don't know. That's me thinking. I don't know if these are like your rims or not. Here we go. So the car is in. All right. Here we go. So right now I'm gonna move on to BeamNG.Drive, but let me first download the car that Mr. Marcus sent to me because his car was absolutely terrible in the new automation version. So he sent me the BeamNG file from uh, from the old automation version. So let's see. Here we go. I'm opening Discord. Where did he send it? Where did he send the car? Here we go. Here's the link. It's loading. He used a website called Mega, which is like an online cloud. Yeah, the GL300. Yeah, the roll of GL. I mean, I love that. I love that thing. It has a straight six engine. Here you go. It's downloading. It's classic 5070s rims. Okay. Okay, so the file is downloading. Let me throw it in the BeamNG mods folder, and then we can fire up BeamNG. And then, of course, drive your awesome cars. Here we go. So this is the car, Control X, documents. Here we go, BeamNG.Drive, mods, and Control V. I'm looking at the cars that we have here. I hope we don't have any. Here we go. Let me make sure that we don't have any crazy cars. I apologize for the delay. Just give me a moment. Here we go. Yep, delete those cars, and now we move on with our cars. All right, so all the cars are in. Now, of course, I'm gonna of course open the BeamNG.Drive and see what we can do. See how we can drive those things. Okay, here we go. So right now I'm gonna open BeamNG. Although I'm still running with Automation Game, it's fine. Here we go, launching the game. So guys, what's your favorite like car game ever? Like what was your favorite car racing game ever? Like when you were growing up or even right now? What's your favorite one that you actually like the best? Here we go. Here we go. BeamNG is on. Let's fire up the fast track, which is the one in the West Coast map. Here we go. West Coast map, racetrack. It's loading. Mr. Stuntman Motorinka said, "My summer car." All right, that's a sweet game. Mr. Exclusively Southeast says Gran Turismo. Which one? Which Gran Turismo? 4 or 5 or what? Mr. Matata says what? Perkily? Perkily? What's that? Perkily. Perkily. What's that Perkily thing? Is it like a game that I don't know about? Here we go. The game is loaded correctly. All right, we are on the test drive Test Drive Unlimited 1 maybe. Okay, I like that game. I've played it many times actually. Test Drive Unlimited 1 and 2. All right, so we are on the racetrack on the West Coast map. Let me make sure that I can actually see myself. Here we go. Everything is looking decent, I think. Yeah. All right. Let's here we go. Let's open your awesome cars and see what's what. So I still have some cars from the previous live stream, but don't worry about them. Let's test your own awesome cars and see what we can do with them. So the first one that we are going to test, it's called this one, the Classica Espresso, 2,400 horsepower. I really hope it will be controllable. Mr. Exclusive says, I like them all. I started on 2 and I have sport. I have sport but didn't play 5. Really? Awesome. Here we go. So the car is loading, which is the espresso thing. Oh my god, the engine is overheating. Just by revving the engine, it's really overheating. Oh my god. This is new. This is new actually. I think this is new, which is engine thermals. The engine actually will overheat if you are planning on making something crazy. Check out the coolant. Oh my god, the engine damaged. Whoa, engine damage. That's weird. Okay. Let's start slowly. Whoa, what's happening? Oh, what? Wait. What's that? Is that an what is the I don't know what's happening. Is it like an active aerodynamic? Guys, look at the black rear wing. Guys, forget the engine, forget the destroyed engine. Check out the rear wing. Check out the rear wing. What's happening? What, an active aerodynamics? Oh my god, it's under steering. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening with the rear wing? What is happening with the game? Oh my god, what's happening with the rear wing? Whoa! Stop. Oh my god. No front steering, no steering at all. No steering at all. I mean, really, thank you, automation developers, for ruining the game. Thank you. I mean, really, thank you. That was absolute terrible. I mean, the car body is now behaving weirdly. The engine thermals are through the roof. The engine is not reliable anymore. Although it says it's reliable in Automation Game, we don't have any sort of error in Automation Game, but it's really not running as good. And we don't have front downforce. We don't have good looking fixtures. We don't have everything is broken. Yes, I mean, really, thank you, developers. I really appreciate ruining my favorite game of all time. That was that's absolutely terrible. I think I need to go back to the stable version tomorrow. Yeah, even if I had to re-download all the mods, I have to go back to the stable version because I mean, look at that. That's absolute rubbish. I'm sorry. I love your car, my friend. I know you did an awesome work with it. It looks very special, but as you can see, the open beta version ruined your car with no downforce, weird body fixtures, and engine thermals that are not really working correctly. I apologize for that, and I will tomorrow. First thing that I want to do, go back to the stable version because this is not really great. But I really appreciate your awesome card. Very nice work, my friend. Indeed, thank you so much for submitting it. The next one's called the CTR GT3 edition, another track car, which I really hope that will not explode or something. Yeah, they definitely need, if they want to add the active aerodynamics, they need to put new type of fixtures in Automation Game that like split rear spoiler or rear wing, not like that. Here we go. So we have the BMW V8 here, or V10, sorry, V10. V10 or V8? No, V8. This is V8. This is BMW V8. Twin turbo, 500 and something horsepower. Let's see. 3, 2, 1. Whoa, what's happening? Let's try again, slowly. Oh man. Something is scratching the floor, some sort of graphical nod or something. Okay, let's forget about it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. A little understeer. Nope, no folding wings here. And brake test. Very, very nice brakes. Oh my god, stop! This stupid nod, this scratching thing underneath the car is ruining the handling. Ruining the handling, this scratching thing. Okay, so the car in general is pretty nice. This thing actually handles very, very nicely when this stupid nod underneath the car is scratching. The car actually is pretty nice. The brakes are very strong. Actually, the engine is pretty sweet. Gearbox are very, 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 very nicely tuned. But again, thanks to the developers, the car is ruined because of this nod. I don't know what's happening with the 3D model of the chassis, or maybe the air of maybe the or the body itself. Something is scraping the ground. I mean, when I was driving this thing, it felt like Fast and Furious, the original one, when Danger to Manifold. When Brian O'Connor, or Paul Walker, when he was driving his Mitsubishi, and Danger to Manifold, when the floor pan of the car dropped to the street. Yeah, felt the same way. Absolutely the same way. Danger to Manifold. So very, very nice work, my friend. I really appreciate you sending me your awesome car. But again, I will do my best tomorrow to go back to the original version of Automation Game, so we get rid of these problems everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, also that the wing wasn't supposed to be active. Yeah. That was pretty funny. So, um, yeah, all right. How control is there? Let's see. Yes, let's see. Yes, that's the one. Here we go. That's the one. Not one. We have one, two, three, four, five. And I don't know. Yes, five. We have five nodes. This is the one that's scratching the car. Should I try and snatch it off? Yep, that's the one. Should I try and like snatch it all the way off? No, I think we will destroy the car if I do that. Yep, there's definitely a node or something underneath the car. This is the one. Nope. You can't just you can't no, you can't snatch it off. Look at that. There is, here you go. So I can actually like, yep. Thank you, automation developers. That was pretty thoughtful, ruining our favorite car ever and favorite game. It's still scraping. Yeah. Even if you do pull it straight up, yeah, the car will just fly. Yeah, even if you do pull it straight up, the car will just fly. It's not gonna be perfect. No, I apologize about that. All right, so the next car, it's called the Dodge Dart Coupe de Deluxe, I think. The Dodge Dart Coupe Deluxe. We hope we have a decent car to drive with no errors or bugs or crap, basically. So here we go. 200 horsepower, 5.2 liter V8. 3, 2, 1. Go. Oh my god, no brakes. Come on, brake. Obviously this is not a track car. So let's go do some drag racing with it. Obviously of course this is not really a track car, no. So let's do some drag racing with it against a BeamNG against a BeamNG muscle car basically. So we have 200 horsepower. Let's pick another maybe 200 horsepower vehicle. I don't know if we can actually find one, but let's see. We are running 319 cubic inch. Our car is running with 319. So let's pick the 353 V8 but automatic. Same as our engine. Yeah, 200 horsepower. Or actually, oh, it's actually faster than our car a little bit. Anyway, let's see. Come on. Nope, he's better. Yep, he's definitely his engine is definitely faster than our engine, or powerful than more powerful than our engine. Let's try. Drag with the espresso will explode. The espresso engine is dead. The espresso engine will just explode at the beginning. It will not put down. It will not even put. I don't know. I don't know how much horsepower after it explodes, because it will get like a piston ring damage and the power will drop down really hard. Yeah. MS. Ooh, yes, that's correct. I like that. Let's see. Against the MS 73. Where's the MS 73? MS 73. Where are you? MS. Where's the MS? Which ah, here we go. The MS 73. Let's see if we can actually, let's see how it will run. It's a performance boat on wheels. All right, let's see. Try it against Falco. Here we go. Not much of a challenge, actually. So 16 seconds, that's how this thing runs. 16s, basically. All right. I have a good feeling about something here. What do you think? This versus, let's see. This one versus, let's see. This one versus, let's see. Come on, which one? All right, this one versus the Starion. Come on, V8 against a 4-cylinder. What do you think? Come on, V8 against a 4-cylinder. Come on. Wow. Oh my god, check it out. The Starion actually came, look at that, 91 miles per hour. So yes, the Starion definitely, we started moving, as you can see, because we have a turbo over there, 194 horsepower, but it's a lot lighter. Check it out. 15.9, 16.8. Wow, that's actually a pretty darn race. Wow. Amazing. All right, what should we put against it? What should we put against this thing? What should we put against it? Let's see what we have here. Let's put... the Zoomy. Okay. Let's try... No, this is too powerful. No, this is too powerful. Let's see. All right, let's put the... Okay, the Jeep Wrangler. What do you think? A Jeep Wrangler or our V8 muscle? What do you think? A Jeep Wrangler or the muscle? Come on! Come on! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, that's pathetic. 15.9, the Wrangler did 15.4. 91 miles per hour. This is 86. Oh man, that's embarrassing. A Jeep. Wow. That's embarrassing. Look at his smug face, that Jeep. Man, that was absolute garbage. Very embarrassing. Okay. Okay, one more last try. One more last attempt of triumph. Right? One more last try. Let's put it against... I don't know. Let's put it against... Okay, the Zilla Turbo? No, this is a... I don't know, which one? Maybe it should have bad manual transmission, yeah. I think so. Alright, let's... okay, let's change cars. I want to change the car. You guys want to see the classical espresso? The hearse is really powerful. The hearse is around 500 horsepower, the naturally aspirated one. Alright, which car should I put against the espresso? Which car? What do you think? Which car should go against the espresso? We have 2,400 horsepower here. So what do you think? Which car should I put against it? We need something similar. The Dawn... The Dawn? The Dawn is really slow. The Dawn is really slow. Ford Capri. No, we have 2,400 horsepower. Palomino Hyper. Which one? Hyper? We have two Palomino Hypers. Left or right? I don't know which one is the correct one. Ah, the V16 King will kick it really hard because the V16 King is a 4,500 or 600 horsepower beast. Let's see. ESBR 100. Which one is the ESBR 100? ESBR 100. Which one? Ah, ESBR. You mean the electric car? You mean? Electric car 100? Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, left one. Okay, after this one. Let's see. Oh my god. Here you go. Oh my god. Nope. Nope. Wow, even with that, it was... Okay, let's try again. Okay, let's try now, but you know, a little bit more subtle. So 9 seconds, basically 9 seconds doing 169 miles per hour against 9.5 seconds doing 145. And a destroyed engine, basically. Okay, now against the left one, as you did told me. Here we go. This is the left one. Here we go. Now to make it fair, I'm gonna turn off the traction control on the other car, just to make it fair a little bit. Ah, there's no traction control. Okay. Here we go. .1 against 11.1. So the Palomino, it's not really as powerful or even as crazy as this one, unfortunately. Yeah, this one is a little bit still, even with a blown engine, it's still more powerful than the Palomino. So yeah. Hello, Mr. VA Tawfiq. Hello, Mr. Tawfiq. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah. Unfortunately, this one has a blown engine right now because, yeah, because of the new automation version. All right, let's test another one. This one's called the Dawn 1115, a car that I loved actually how it looks because it looked actually that it was done well. The looks of the car, the body of the car is pretty sweet, and just listen. Oh boy, listen to that. It's rear engine, rear drive. Oh man, again? Stupid nods. Oh my god, stupid nods. Nope. The nods will never be moved. Nope. The nods are just hideous everywhere. Dawn versus MS-73. Let's see. Which one is the MS-73? Let me see it. MS-73, MS-73. Where is the MS? Ah, here you go. MS-73. Okay. Here you go. Yeah, sounds better, yeah. Okay. What? Stupid AI driver. Try again. Even the other car, even the red one. Okay, so that's pathetic. That's pathetic. That was pathetic. This one is running with 100 and I don't know, 100 and something horsepower. This thing is only 40 horsepower. That explains. And I don't know what's happened, but the volume of the game suddenly went down. Am I correct? The noise of the engine, suddenly the voice went down. The Dawn needs a GT version, definitely, yeah. Definitely. All right, let's have a crazy race. I want to take the JXV, which is my supercharged monster, basically. This thing is running with 1,000 horsepower, basically. Why the volume is down? What's happening to the volume? Is the volume still good? Ah, here we go. Yes, the volume is good, yeah. Here we go. So this is my 1,000 horsepower monster, basically, and I want to take it against the Palomino, basically. Yeah, I want to take it against that. So let's see how it will run. Goodbye, supercar! Oh, that was absolute yummy. Yes, that's a yummy win indeed. A family car destroying a supercar. That was absolutely awesome. Yep. And look at that. And look at that. I actually forgot the traction control on. It's still on. Yep. Yep, it's supercharged, yes. Celebration donut. Yes, I'll take it on the gravel in a little bit. Let's enjoy a little fun. Let's enjoy some extra fun. Okay, so I'm not gonna take the supercharged one. Let's try and drive this one. It's called the Bezier from the birthday live stream, and see how it will cope. I forgot how much horsepower this thing is running. 700 horsepower. Let's see if this thing actually can beat this thing, the Palomino. Let's see. The Palomino is pretty. We don't need that. Yes, we don't need that. Yeah, we just stop and that's it. Come on, here we go. What's happening with the AI driver? What's happening with the AI driver? Just lagging. Wow. Amazing. Okay, let's go do some rally driving. Let's go to some rally driving, or loose surface driving, and see what's what. Let's go to the automation test track, to the rally track, and do some rally driving. The cars Bistineras, the cars from the birthday live stream. No, I didn't delete them. I actually moved them on a separate file folder. But because I was actually reviewing the challenge cars, and I did submit a lot of cars from the challenge. The 1990s factory sleeper challenge, and I don't want to show them on the live stream. That's why I just moved them away. And I think I accidentally moved some other cars with them, so I will take a look after. So let's see, which car you said you want me to take on the loose surface? Which one? Which car, guys, do you want me to take on the loose surface? I think it was the 1115, right? The 1115, right? The 1115, the Dawn. Nice whiny block of cheese, yeah. The Dawn. This thing is still scraping the ground, actually. Yep, it's still scraping. There you go, first corner. Much power to go through, but it's fun. Whoa, because it's rear engined. The weight balance is not really perfect. It's rear engined, so the weight is really weird. Wow. Oh, that was right. So the Dawn is pretty nice actually, but it's really sweet to drive. It feels weird because of the weight distribution. It's not really perfect because of course a lot of the weight is in the back, but in general it's really fun actually. It feels very very special. Now let's take the MS73 GT, see how it drives here. It's gonna be really awesome. Yeah, some snow, some mud, and it's gonna be awesome. Now this thing is running with 130 horsepower, and it's turbocharged, so we have more torque. But it's front-wheel drive, and it's also scraping the ground. So let's see. Whoa, that was pretty crazy. Come on. Oopsie. The front wheel drive, the front wheel drive is definitely making it the front wheel drive is definitely making it difficult to maintain control because you have to use the handbrake like constantly to make it slide around corners. But it was really fun. It was absolutely awesome. It was absolutely awesome. Really, really sweet car. Nice work, my friend. But of course, this thing wasn't meant to go rally circuit. This thing was meant to go driving on tarmac, basically. But unfortunately, it's scraping again. It's really fun to drive. Front-wheel drive drift car. I'm seeing you guys writing like what time it is in your local area. That's pretty awesome. Some of your times are actually close to my real time, to my local time here. All right. So it's very loud. It's very scrapey. We scraped half of the map with the nodes underneath the car. That was really unfortunate. The cars are pretty nice for tonight, but unfortunately, Yeah, they are bugged. A lot of them are unfortunately bugged. So we do have some cars left, like the Keiko Advance. We didn't test this one yet, and the Wedge car. We haven't tested this one yet. Let's see, and this one, the Pythagoras also, and the Unicorn. Those four cars haven't seen the light yet. So let's start with the Keiko Advance. Being a Japanese or an Asian car, it means it should handles nicely. So let's start with it. Oh, goodbye, Mr. Patata. Thank you so much for joining, my friend. I really, really enjoyed it. Wow, check it out. The taillights do work. Ish, you know. I mean, we don't have indicators in the back, but and no reverse lights, but the brakes actually works. Okay, here we go. So a V6 naturally aspirated, 200 horsepower. Let's see. 3, 2, 1. Whoa. Let's see if this thing actually can handle nicely. Whoa, understeery. It's a bit understeery because of the aerodynamical issue that we have in BeamNG. No ABS. So what's happening is very simple. There is not much front downforce, and when the car drives quickly, the tires up front are not really contacting the road, which makes it pretty much unsteerable. So you have to go a little bit slower than usual. And remember that there is no ABS. Brakes are very, very sensitive. Car actually handles pretty nicely when you actually learn how to drive it, and you learn when to brake. Oh my god, yes. Yes, they made actually the engine base smaller. Yes, I noticed that. Yes, they did make actually the engine bay quite smaller. Yeah, they always do that. Yep, they always do that, Mr. George. Always. They always make the engine bay smaller and smaller and smaller. They always do that because I don't know, maybe to make the engine 3D, graphics, or the 3D model, maybe to make it fits nicely, without interrupting the suspension parts. Maybe, I don't know, but they did do that. They always do that, unfortunately. So this thing is actually pretty nice. If the automation game wasn't playing nuts with us tonight, and if the aerodynamics of it works perfectly, this thing actually is a pretty nice handling beast. Actually, the engine works perfectly. The gearbox is a really gem. Really, the engine is a very, very nice work of art. The car is looking pretty nice. It's not really that bad, but unfortunately, the new update in the automation game ruined its drivability, unfortunately. So yeah, better luck next time, my friend, and thank you for submitting it. All right, now it's Funky Cars time with the Kimchi Wedge Aero EFI, a car that was made in the 80s that's supposed to be futuristic back then, not now. Yep, it looks like that basically. Under the hood we have, I think, a 4-cylinder. Yes, a 4-cylinder naturally aspirated mechanical fuel injection. No, I think EFI, not mechanical. 91 horsepower and 92 pound-feet of torque. So, yeah, never open old cars. It will ruin it. I promise you that. So, 3, 2, 1. It's front-wheel drive, and it's, for God's sake, it's also scraping again. All the cars are scraping tonight. the car feels like if it was driving on soap. There is no grip. Almost a Tesla pickup. Yes. Wow. That was disappointing, the pickup. Wow, that was close. Cardboard. Yes, cardboard, yeah. Wow, no grip at all. You need to use the handbrake to corner. You need to use the handbrake to corner. Wow, if this is the future in the 80s, I'm so down for it because if the future I don't know what they thought in the 80s, like the creator of this car, because this thing really, you can't turn without using the handbrake. So the message is clear in the 80s. If you want to drive in the future, you need to learn how to drift. You need to learn how to pull the handbrake and make a turn. Wow. Wow, 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 indeed. Wow, wow, indeed. What a crazy, crazy car. It looks crazy, it drives crazy, and it's crazy really. It's not really subtle in any way. Nice work. I mean, it looks basic, but it's really nice work. All right, we have two viewer cars left. I think that let's make sure we drove this, we drove that. These are done. This is done. Yes. So we have two cars left. We have the Pythagoras Track Special C with the special lights and the classy, beautiful unicorn of Falco GT. So let's start with the Pythagoras first. Here we go. Now this thing's supposed to run, yes, check out those lines. Yes, check out the black line shooting up on the front, and those lines, I don't know if you can see them from the tail lights. They look like antennas on the tail lights in the back. So yeah, we do have some graphics issue with this car, but it's running with a V12, a 1.9 liter V12, racing V12 basically. 223 horsepower, 153 pound-feet of torque. So let's see. 3, 2, 1. Whoa, that was quick. That's crazy. Wow. Huh? Oh my god, check out the reverse lights. Whoa, the reverse lights are the ones that actually shooting up. So this thing is an absolutely crazy car to drive. It's super light, it's super nimble, it's super grippy actually. This thing grips like super glue on some corners and it feels loose on other corners, but it's a nice change from other scraping cars. I was really looking forward to drive this car, but unfortunately, every time I try to export it, these lines are just shooting out from everywhere, and this is like the stablest version that we had to use. I played with the taillights, I played with everything just to make it run perfectly, as you can see, and this is the best results ever. And really nice work, my friend. I really enjoyed it. What a car. What a car, indeed. Here we go. So now let's try the final car that we have here, which is the Unicorno Falco GT, a car from the 1950s, basically. Yeah, radio antennas everywhere. Here we go. So this car is from the 1950s, a classy, beautiful looking car with a V12 as well. But this one is a bit special, as you can see. It's called the Falco. Check out the name model, the horse and everything. GT. That's a pretty sweet car. It was made in a pretty sweet looking, decent looking car. So a V12 under the hood, making 134 horsepower and 139 pound-feet of torque. It's running DCOE Weber carburetors. So let's see. Whoa, wants to drift. Okay. Whoa, the front is really snap, so you need to be careful. For a 1950s car, it's pretty handful actually. Let's try again. Come on. Right. All right. So it's maybe from the 1950s, but it's pretty handful. It's not really that simple to drive. No, Mr. George, no limited slip differential. This is actually open differential. It's from the 50s. And yes, the engine is pretty torquey actually. The gearbox ratios definitely helps the torque, especially the first gear. I mean, on any corner, just you put your foot down on first gear and it just spins and spins. Just want to slide, and with those 1950s tires, wow, sliding it's simple. It's really simple, amazing. And yes, I haven't. Sorry, I didn't see your question, and I don't know because I was sick yesterday. I haven't had the chance to open all the cars. I haven't actually finished reviewing all of them, but I will try my best to finish it as quickly as I can. I mean, tomorrow I'm going to that car exhibit. I want to check it out. So if I go back home, if it runs fine and I go back home like early at night, maybe I'll finish reviewing them and record the video the day after it, so you can guys watch it. But I don't know, but so far I'm feeling much better than last night because last night I was in so much pain. I had a stomach pain. I actually went to the doctor, but I'm feeling better today, and I'll try my best tomorrow to when I get back from the car exhibit to finish reviewing all the cars. Yeah. I'll try my best, my friend. Indeed. I mean, I appreciate your awesome patience with me. I mean, I know you all want to see the results of the challenge, and I'm really excited. Actually, I mean, I haven't driven the cars yet. I haven't driven them yet, and I'm really excited to see how will they actually perform. I really don't know, but yeah, I will try my best always. I mean, I really appreciate your awesome support, my friends. All right, let's finish it in a little special in a little special manner. It's been a long time since I've driven the Tiala Racer. Really long time. So let's finish it with the Tiala Racer and call it a night. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. Yeah, now this is a bug also, which is the material for the rear diffuser. So this is the Tiala Racer, basically a car that I created long time ago, long time ago, to be basically a super grippy, natural aspirated racing car, basically. So, 3, 2, 1. Whoa, it's been a long time. Whoa. What a car. What a car indeed. I mean, we have 600, around 600 horsepower, around 600 horsepower. It's all-wheel drive, and this thing is running naturally aspirated. Under the hood, we have let's see, I forgot, a V10 or a V8. I think it's a V8. Yes, it's a flat plane V8. It's a racing V8, as you can see. It's an absolute beast. It runs really hard, and it's really awesome. Yeah, so let's try a lap with the Palomino. Yes, I forgot to drive the Palomino. I apologize. I drove everything but not the Palomino. So let's try and do a lap with it. How much horsepower the Palomino is running? 1500. Okay. Let's see if we can actually control it. 1500 horsepower on this closed, narrow track. 3, 2, 1. Whoa, it's too big for this track. Very large. Oh my god, understeer. Oh my god, understeer. Understeer. This thing understeers a little bit. I think we did destroy the suspension maybe a little bit, but let's continue. This thing needs the long track, the long wide track. Yeah, not here. This track is too narrow for this car. Yeah, it looks absolutely beautiful indeed. So let's take it to the real automation test track and see how it performs. Well, Mr. George, I used to drive the cars using a Logitech controller. I've never played with the settings. I left it default and it was perfect. But right now I'm using a PlayStation 3 controller. I had to adjust the linearity a little bit to make it less sensitive. But on the Logitech, it was perfect. But on this one, I had to adjust the linearity a little bit to make it less sensitive because it was too sensitive. So let's make a lap with the Palomino, an official lap here, and see how it performs. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, understeers. It's okay. Whoa, that's a powerful beast. Oopsie, my bad. My bad. I apologize, my bad. Wow. This thing is a screamer. Wow, what a car. What a crazy, crazy, crazy loud engine. I love it because with every shift with this sequential gearbox, with every shift, with every gear you smash, you just the shouting keeps on getting louder and louder and louder, and the car keeps on getting faster and faster and faster. That was absolutely crazy. I mean, what a car, what an engine, what a tune, my friend. You did a very, very awesome job. Very, very, very sweet job. Very, very nice work, my friend, indeed. I'm really glad that I actually downloaded the card that you sent me instead of the automation one that we export, because if this thing actually was not working, I was really gonna get bumped down and disappointed, because this car, I really needed to drive this car. The screaming from the engine, the speed, the crazy looks, it was a pure joy. Very, very nice work, my friend, indeed. And that's pretty much it, my friends, for tonight. I really hope that you enjoyed your time with me on this live stream. I had so much fun with you guys. You guys are really awesome with your awesome comments, and with everything you do. You always are here for me. You guys are really the best. Thank you so much from all of my heart for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed, to hit that thumbs up, and if you are new, to hit that subscribe button. And if you love my work, if you want to support the channel, to support me, the link in the description below. You can sign up to our Patreon page. You can download all of my BeamNG special cars that I've created, all the replicas and many, many other crazy things. You can become a VIP judge member if you want to judge on current running challenge cars or future challenge cars. Yeah, of course, by signing up to our Patreon page. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I will see you very, very soon. And well, goodbye. Well, for now, my friends.